Good morning, comic book fans. It's Rusty again with Collector Auctions, and here I am at Third Eye Comics again for another new comic book day. The two big comic books for me today are two X-Men titles, Ultimate X-Men #2 and X-Men 97 #2. First one being the first full appearance of May Storm. Now, I think technically her first appearance is going to be some of those variant covers to issue #1, but we've also got X-Men 97, the second issue of that, the series that matches up with the ongoing Disney Plus show that's currently running. So I'm excited about those two books, but I don't have a lot of excitement about a lot of the other things that are here. So I'm going to go through, maybe we'll pick up some new things. I know there's a new Spawn title. I may pick up that first issue, but we'll see what we get. I will take some footage from the shop. I will go back, bag and board, anything I pick up today, and we'll sit down and I'll do a review with you in just a little bit. So sit back, enjoy the show, and I'll see you in a few moments. All right, everybody, I just finished up at Third Eye Comics for New Comic Book Day. I hope you enjoyed some of the footage that I shot. Got some great new comic books in there today. I ended up getting exactly what I wanted, which was this right here. This is #1 on my list, Ultimate X-Men #2. And I picked up a few other things as well. So I will go home, I will bag and board everything, and we'll sit down and we'll have a nice little show and tell. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back.
Much later.
All right, everybody, so I finally made it back home. I bagged and boarded all the comic books, so let's just get right into it. The one I showed you before that I picked up was Ultimate X-Men #1, the regular cover. And we're continuing the storyline. This is the first full appearance of May Storm. The covers from issue #1, the variant covers, will probably consider her first appearance, but this issue here is her first appearance. But I also picked up, and this is why I go to New Comic Book Day. Now, I've got this pre-ordered with my monthly subscription service, but what I don't do a lot of times is buy a lot of the variants, because ordering 3 months in advance, you don't necessarily know what covers are out there, and so I don't just blindly buy everything. So I save New Comic Book Day to pick up some of these ratios and variants, mostly variants. I haven't bought too many ratios lately. So I did pick up this. This was a beautiful Peach Momoko variant cover for #2. And this one right here, I'm not sure who the artist is on this, but this is a beautiful colored pencil illustration right there. I thought both of those were really nice covers, so I picked up those for issue number 2 of Ultimate X-Men. Moving forward, the other big book that I mentioned at the beginning of the show that I wanted to pick up, and I don't know, I call it big, but there's a lot of buzz around the new X-Men 97 show on Disney Plus, and I started picking up the number 1 issue from Marvel that they put out here a little bit ago. Number 2 is out right now, so I went ahead. I don't think I pre-ordered these, but I picked up the regular cover on that. But the one I really wanted was this right here. It is just the trade dress version of number 2. It has got this beautiful David Mack Jean Grey cover right there. This is one that I might have to search for the ratio. Third Eye didn't have it. The Virgin version of this, because that is something like that down the road, I would love to get David Mack to sign. I might have to find a print of that at some point. Hopefully he'll have that at the next show that I see him at. All right, guys, let's put these down. And I'll show you some of the other things I picked up. The 4th printing of Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. I kind of really like this cover, so I went ahead and picked up at least 1 copy of that. I'm not going deep on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th prints of these, but if I see a nice cover for a later printing here, I'll go ahead and pick it up. My pull list every month right now still includes Spider-Man, although I don't know, I am not, still not enjoying the John Romita artwork. I'm actually thinking maybe it's a little bit of Scott Hanna too. I'm not enjoying any of this right here. I think it'd be real interesting to see if they would switch out to a different inker, if the art would pop a little bit more with John Romita Jr. artwork. I don't know. I'm still not enjoying any of this. This is a title that will probably get dropped pretty soon. And knowing me, I'll probably wait till we get through the 50th issue of this current volume. Wait till they do some of their celebratory fake 50th issues and stuff like that. It'll probably have some decent covers. I'm sure that I'll also get stuck back into some good covers. But I may drop this and just wait until we get close to what would be the legacy numbering of 1,000. I mean, you look on here right now, they still have the legacy number of 941. So you're literally going to have the 50th issue of this volume and then 950th issue coming up here in about 9 issues. And then we'll be on the countdown to what the real 1,000 is. Even if that is the real number. I don't even know if that's the real legacy numbers are even correct at this point. But just continuing just a book that I have not enjoyed, but as a collector, I just continue picking it up. And I like having something in my pull box at Third Eye as well. So let me show you some other things I picked up. This was not a big week for other titles. You guys may differ. If you do, definitely let me know in the comment section. I did pick up the 3rd issue of Edge of Spider-Verse, number 3, and you've got I guess it's the first appearance of Star Spider, and they're just going to continue churning out various copies. And at some point, when everybody is special, no one is special. I mean, we're going to have so many variants. I mean, we've already passed that threshold, I'm sure. I almost don't care about these, but I pick them up almost out of habit at this point. I did pick up this right here. It is Uncanny Valley from Boom Studios. It was a book that was not on my radar, but it's written by Tony Fleecs of Stray Dogs and Feral fame. Now, Tony Fleecs, I wish this had been out a week earlier, because Tony Fleecs was just at Third Eye Comics with Trish Foistner for a signing, and you guys are going to see that video coming up pretty soon if you haven't already seen it. And I would have loved to have gotten this signed as well, obviously. But we will save this because I think he's going to be he may be at one of the big Comic-Cons I'm going to go to this year. We'll see. I know Trish Foistner will be in Baltimore. We'll see if Tony Fleecs comes back to do the Baltimore Comic-Con or not. But we'll save that for him at that point. And then the very last thing that I picked up for the week was just a single copy of Rat City #1 Spawn. And I think we've got a new first appearance in this. And I've talked about Spawn. I literally dropped Spawn, the original run, around the 62nd, 63rd issue, somewhere in there. Quite honest, every issue just seemed practically the same to me. I wasn't a big fan of it. enjoy Todd McFarlane art. But at that point, I don't think he was even drawing. I think Greg Capullo was drawing, and I like Greg Capullo art, but every issue looked exactly the same to me. So I dropped the title, and I only have picked up milestone issues throughout the last few years, issues 100, 200, 300, like that. The Spawn Universe #1's when it came out, what was it, a year ago, and he had a big launch, and there was a lot of buzz about some of the new Spawn characters. I picked up some of those. The Batman Spawn, the new one that they did last year, those things I picked up. But I went ahead and picked up a copy of this, and that's all I have to say about that. I'll sit down and I'll read this a little bit, and we'll see if I actually enjoy it, but I doubt that this is a title that I will continue at this point. But guys, that was it. A quick New Comic Book Day video for you guys. Let me know, again, in the comment section what you think about the new comic books that came out this week. Did you pick up the Ultimate X-Men? Did you pick up X-Men 97 or anything else? Let me know by leaving me a comment in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoy this kind of content each and every week, definitely consider hitting the like, slapping the subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my episodes that I put out each week, Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. All right, guys, I am out of here. You guys have a great few days, and I will see you for the next episode. Definitely join me then for another live chat. And remember, guys, every comic has a story.